Hmm. All right. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, and yeah, I think I will reserve Rogue Trader for Thursdays. That sounds right. But it is actually kind of hot today. A weird feeling after like a week, more than a week actually, of like 15 degrees weather. Wait, what is this? What the wait, what? Why there's a cutscene? Wait, what? Huh? No, excuse me, game. That's not where I... Yes, that's where I saved. Alright. That was a bit premature-ish. Hmm. Is it going to launch the cutscene again? Oh god, what? What is this? Uh... I'm breaking Pascal with myself, right? So I need to load this. I don't really have a choice, unfortunately. So yeah, we're doing all the beginning section. It is a little bit awkward, so it is a little bit awkward with the kind of roster of characters I have. I do need Dearlit, I think. Combat. Oh, if only I could kick Solomon. Hendrix? Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Hendrix. I guess you're out. What the fuck? Wait. What? This is bugged. What? Huh? Okay, let's start here, I guess. I swear, if it starts with a cutscene, it does kind of look like it. What? What is wrong with you, game? That is so bizarre. This is like genuinely bizarre. Okay, we're starting with this save then. Okay, whatever. Damn. Camera, please settle down. Tadeo the Scorched. You see a man with a cruel grimace on his face and hands disfigured with burn marks. Behind him stands a ghastly-looking iron mechanism, bearing the likeness of a saint. Flames leak at the smoldering eye sockets and mouth, which is fixated in a silent scream. The man, clearly the executioner, bows his head.
The very messengers of the sky have come to the side of fate. What are your celestial highness?
And who are you?
I am Tadeo the Scorched, a slaughterman of the 5th generation, and a humble disciple of the Iron Saint you see before you, your celestial highness.
That sounds like a wrong dialogue, but okay. Yeah, that's a wrong dialogue. Okay, we're... Okay, yeah, right, that's fucked up. Something triggers the combat encounter, it seems, at the wrong time. Wow. That is very funny. Okay, let me just restart the game and hope that loading way earlier save file will help. Oh wait, I also need to check that the toy box, I guess. Maybe the toy box fucks things up. What is Def 10? It is off. That's... Okay, that is concerning. Please, I beg you. No, it's freezing. That looks like a cutscene start. Oh fuck. Yep. Oh, that's interesting. I'm actually... Oh no, we're continuing the progress. Interesting. Okay, let's start here, but I'm not even sure what is this save file. Wait, what? I'm on the bridge. Game. That was very... The game didn't even load yet. What is happening? What was that? A comfort music. Alright, Oh god, on Darganus? Is that where I'm going? Well, this is where I'm going, I guess. Hmm. This is where the Darganus. Okay. Should not be that long because I think it's just like a dialogue, right? Hello, Shonobnon? Hello, hello. I always close the game first. Ba, 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 ba. I guess also just save here, just in case. No curiosity merchant. Oh, this is where you buy the other familiars. Okay, so this is where you basically upgrade your familiars for it. So I could go immediately into the system instead of the ship. Oh well. Oh yes, this encounter. Also, ugh. Oh, it's been 30 minutes already. Start. Well, not 30, I guess. Maybe like 15. Still, so much waste of the time. Wrong way.
Rogue trader. I imagine you want an explanation. The data slate contains my observation log on you and the members of your... I beg you, I'm willing to part with much of my dignity. It is certainly warranted in this case. If you do not feel the same, I can... I've never played for anyone before. I'm glad you gave me another chance.
Save. God, I feel like I need to save every like 5 minutes. What's this? Oh yes, another encounter. Yep. Please, work. I beg you, game. Just a humble request. Come on. Okay, phew. Yeah, it took some time. What did I... Okay, let me speedrun this. The rogue trader experience, yeah. God, the fact that you can fake her necklace. Oh well, I guess I can ask that box with a person questions this time.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Another notch.
Yeah, there was another necklace in that box. And another one, damn. Okay.
Alright, there is something I wish to ask this Kogekor.
If I may advise the Celestial Lord, in order to receive an answer, one should take a piece of paper and slide it into the hole here. Then touch the stone and ask the question loud and clearly. Oh, that's interesting.
Kogekor, what is the distance between the earth and sky?
The sheet you offer is consumes the speed beyond that of an ordinary autocool. After a few moments, the sheet returns with a single notation: lots.
Alright, Kogekor, what does the future have in store for me?
The sheet shoots back out of the box and falls to the ground. It bears a solemn inscription: Glory everlasting.
Kogekor, answer only yes or no. Is your next answer going to be no?
The miraculous device reluctantly accepts the offered paper and makes a vague moan-like sound. After a languid moment of waiting, you are presented with a sheet that reads error, which most likely means error.
Kogekor, what is the punishment for liars and frauds?
The box holds the paper for a long time. When the sheet finally emerges from the slot, it is visibly shaken. You see the words emulation. Please don't. Solomon folds his arms and leans through the slot, his voice ringing with steel.
Machines cannot feel fear, Kogikor. They can only meekly accept their fate.
The proctor catches your gaze and shrugs.
I couldn't help myself.
Okay, that's enough questions for now. It is a very nice encounter, yes. Okay, let's try to break the box. I heard that Kogakor's owls are indestructible. Let's see if the tales were true. The box thin, wall splinters under your blows, and the ink-stained body of an old man falls to the paving stones. The two noblemen look away nervously, but they do not risk fleeing your wrath. I don't really feel like killing them, honestly. Like, okay, whatever. Whatever. You're nothing but a pair of dim-witted lick-spittles. But more stupidity, or rather mere stupidity, hardly warrants an execution. Get out of my sight! We did not mean to offend. We only wish to please. Apparently, if you take it with you, people try to like attach the cognitor to electricity and fry the person on the inside. Okay, so there's like a additional scene if you take it with yourself.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread. Genius triumphs.
Oh yes, I also need to release this doggo. I do remember that. Let's examine. Such a desolate creature. All that found its way into the chains of the monkey is doomed to ruin. Oh, true snook from Iliad. Okay, let's fix it. To be fair, putting it first inside was not very far away from what the... Yeah, true, also true.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Yeah, I already read that one, I think, yeah.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
What lies beyond?
Okay, we got all the dialogues with this sculptor. And this is where I stopped last time. The tables are overflowing with rare and peculiar food. There is enough of it. Easily feed dozens of hungry mouths, but the servants are unlikely to eat even a morsel of this feast. Yeah, that's like 2 tables for 6 people. It does not escape your notice that a few leftovers from the plate disappear into the servant's filthy apron. Oh my, look at this. They have a lot of this stone that I forgot the name of. Alright. Please do not trigger the wrong cutscene. Alright, yeah, this is the guy. I asked him, how are you?
I am Tadua the Scorched, a slaughterman of the 5th generation, and a humble disciple of the Iron Saint you see before you, your Celestial Highness.
Master Tadua knows no mercy, and his hand is unfailingly firm in the sacred cause of administering justice. Maeve is careful to keep her posture straight, but her frightened gaze is deliberately averted from both the executioner and the mechanism behind him.
And what is that structure? This instrument of punishment is the personification of the great Phasmophorius the Martyred, who accomplished the legendary feat of slaying 300 heretics. As a glorious tradition, all mutants who affront the Emperor's gaze and stain the face of Cicera must enter the Saint's iron embrace. Whenever justice is served, hundreds flock to the Phasmophorius, eager to witness this magnificent spectacle. You have just confessed that your semblance of justice serves not as a demonstration of lawful authority and deterrence to your subjects, but as entertainment.
Salmon utters the last words with disgust, as if there could be no fouler profanity. Hendrix arches an eyebrow as he gazes at the Iron Giant. God, I hope Marja will say something.
This is one of those worlds where public execution forms part of the sacred edification of the crowd. And yet, from the description, it sounds like the people are not learning from what they see, but rather are perversely enjoying it instead.
Okay, and who is inside the statue right now?
Another heretic who violated the holy lord of Cicera. And since his body is already turning to ash, such will be the fate of his name as well, to be scattered to the winds, that it may never again defile the lips of any who live upon our sacred world.
Hello, zombie. Hello, hello. Good to see you well with the cats. I hope the heat in UK is also got better.
Never again defile the lips.
Maeve looks ready to faint. She seems both terrified and nauseated by this sacred rite that has drawn so many onlookers.
I missed such a glorious display. Do you have anyone else left to burn? Perchance?
The heat has returned to normal? Good to hear.
That was but one of the first bodies set to stoke the Phasmophorius. It is going to get a lot busier now.
As if to confirm the man's words, the fire-breathing saint expels a puff of acrid smoke.
While out here is being reduced to ashes. Let us meet the next participants in our performance.
Two people, or something resembling people, are pushed onto the stage. The mutants, hideous parodies of humanity forever tainted by the imperfections of the flesh. One of them is dressed in stained yet expensive clothes. The other wears a tattered uniform of the local guards.
Ah, your celestial highness! Behold, two loathsome heretics who blemish the very face of society's existence.
Tadur chuckles, but his sneer is completely devoid of mirth.
The degree of their guilt may vary, but they both deserve to enter the blazing bowels of the Phasmophorius for the worst of their transgressions, distorting the sacred face of humanity. But since fate has graced us with such lofty visitors, I eagerly cede the right to punish these miscreants to you, your celestial highness.
Contrary to his honeyed words, the executioner's voice betrays his poorly concealed displeasure. So what exactly are these heretics guilty of? Tadur smiles maliciously.
Yes, the mere existence of this offer not enough. However, if your celestial highness wishes to explore the depths of their depravity, then may you become today's judge. The sentence stand before you. Tell us when you're done with the questioning, and I'll prepare to deliver the verdict.
The fool's voice pipes over the crowd.
Ah, what an unexpected twist! Better to jar the fears of society than a stranger who just fell on our heads.
So what was the opulently dressed mutant's crime?
Ah, a rotten stain upon the noble families. He was hiding his manner to conceal his deformities, but had trouble keeping his mouth shut, proliferating filth in tracts that he later sent out with his servants. He declared the choice of one's own fate to be slavery. Cast aspirations and the very traditions of the world. That was insolent, swore profanely, condemned those who had chosen a new destiny. Luckily, he has no heirs, and today, this cursed bloodline shall be put to rest once and for all.
The racially garbed mutant moans something. You notice stitches on his disfigured face. The zealous servants were evidently in a hurry to silence the condemned man early and sewed his twisted mouth shut. Interesting. It's curious that these characters have like the same mutation. I wonder if it's just a very like efficient asset reuse, or if there is something to it. There's some kind of environmental storytelling going on. And what did the mutant in the guard's uniform do?
Ah, a thief, a brigand, and a murderer. There is no way to list all the crimes lying upon this freak's consciousness. Rather, conscience, whatever. However, his willingness to change his destiny against all odds merits this mutant at least some honor, despite his feeble-mindedness and simplicity. He had enough sense to obscure his countenance with hoods and helmets until he made his way from beggar to guard. It was not long before his excessive passion for fighting and stabbing gave him away.
The mutant utters a foul curse under his breath and immediately gives you a frightened look and falls silent. The mere sight of the Celestial Lord seems to instill a reverent awe in the common denizens of Sacera. And what What do you say, Maeve? Which of these deserves to die? Maeve's gaze darts fearfully around while visibly avoiding the doomed mutants on the platform. I am of too low of a birth to take on the burden of being a judge, my celestial lord. So you praise the low-born mutant despite the vicious acts he has committed?
Yeah, both mutants. Never have thereby violated his law. Yeah, when one finds a spark of nobility as an abject commoner, in an object or commoner, one cannot help but feel a grain of respect for them. This heretic may be of low birth, but he does not flout the values of Sorcerer, the way the nobleman does, and thus honors our tradition and his will. Born into the rebel, he applied all his abilities and skills, defied the restraints that placed upon him, and crushed those who stood in his path, all in order to forge a new destiny for himself. Freedom to change destiny.
Solomon repeats slowly with an undertone of utter disbelief at what he's hearing.
Even you, a degenerate, should know that everyone has their place in the God Emperor's plan from birth, and that any attempt to change that is a violation of his will.
I am ready to announce my decision, I guess.
The word of a distinguished guest of the law. We're all trembling with anticipation.
Maeve seems to have reined in the emotions that were overtaking her, and she casts a timid glance at you as she awaits the verdict. Yeah, the fact that the nobleman's mouse is soon is kind of a yeah, it's kind of suspicious. Yeah, I wonder if I can like get some kind of information from the nobleman. If I spare him. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a promising direction. Yeah, the mutant commoner must be sent to the furnace. The nobleman is to be set free.
The furnace! The furnace! Oh, those scandalous misdeeds in one heretic will make, such a lovely sparks. Behold, the starfall!
The full slimy joke is followed by laughter as the crowd anticipates the coming spectacle. Tadua gives you a dark look, as if reluctantly and through gritted teeth he forces out the words.
His Celestial Highness has spoken. May the flames of Sainfus Mufferears purify you, heretic.
Tadua glares at the surviving mutant with loathing.
Get out! And praise His Celestial Highness for granting you a life you do not deserve.
The crowd around you starts jeering and the mutant scurries away in haste. He did not run far away. Your earlet's voice is weak, but your elucidator still picks up her quiet plea. Isha, give me the strength to look without seeing, to hear without heeding the triumph of spiritual darkness.
And now, my favorite word. Next.
No, that's only one person. Interesting. A pale, bony creature, barely able to move its legs, enters the stage. In place of a mask, it turns a horrific medley of features stir the world. This ugliness, however, is nothing like that of the previous convicts. The thin, squeamishly twisted mouth is fused to the cheekbones. Malicious eyes peer into the crowd from under hideous folds of skin. The face of the heretic appears to have melted and congealed? But what happened to his face? Is he another mutant?
Caesarean fever. You need not worry, Your Celestial Highness. It is not contagious.
Ha, okay. And so, what is this heretic guilty of? His executioner does not answer right away, but makes you wait for a moment.
His crime is more grievous than any the scaffold has ever seen. He was granted a new destiny, but chose to defy it. He turned away the greatest gift that can be offered to the loyal sons and daughters of Caesarea.
The wretched man's gaze drifts over the crowd until his piercing eyes meet yours. His head twitches, his face contorting in a monstrous grimace.
Shut up, before it gets in.
He whispers in a sudden frenzy.
I won't give up, I won't give up, I won't.
Oh, no. I didn't come here for you to stay, ma'am. Squeal now, and squeal louder.
The crowd takes up the fool's outburst and begins demanding more screams. Awareness 100%. Where is that blasted court fool? Awareness has succeeded. You glance at the crowd and suddenly see the fool prancing and flitting among the gawkers, clearly trying not to be spotted by you.
I have sort of a better entertainment. Forget the execution. Whoever brings me the fool will receive the honor of kissing the Celestial Lord's signet.
A cheerful gloating rises above the crowd. Several pairs of hands grasp at the fool with the apparent intention of dragging him to the scaffold, but bluff proves to be too slippery. Having broken free of their grip, the fool rushes away with several onlookers in pursuit. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't really care about this one.
So, just execute this one already so we can be done for the day.
As Sadu opens his mouth to say something, the convict takes a step on his clumsy, spindly legs, and then another one.
The face, pretty strong, shining.
A gnarled claw points directly at you.
Give it here, give it to me now instead of the one I bear. Take mine, it's not mine, take it.
So wait, is that one of the nobles? Is it one of the nobles that received a new face? But something gone wrong? Oh, God. You will see. This is a bit of a theme. Alright. The madman raises his crooked fingers to his face and sinks his nails into its sagging flesh. Shrieking is what sounds like a relief. He tears off a piece of his cheek, then another, and then one more. Falling to his knees, he frantically scratches his own eyes out, smearing blood and clear ichor across his face before collapsing dead on the platform. A sudden rumble draws your attention. Like a rockfall tumbling down a slope, the thudding of feet and mad screams overwhelm you. After a moment, you see the source of the commotion. A throng of mutants is charging straight at you. Okay, this is where the encounter begins. Okay, no dialogue, we're just fighting.
You will fall.
That is a very interesting layout. We are just... Oh, they're glowing. Interesting. But yeah, there's like not a lot of cover, I guess, like apart from this like front stage. Also, why Marajai did not comment on this torturous device? What the fuck? That's like, that was like such a great opportunity for him to say something.
What if... A wicked thought.
Wait, these knights are 200. And their health. Wait, am I playing on the... I'm playing on... Yep. I felt the same way about Marzi and on this planet, just underused. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate.
Schemes within schemes.
I really like how much new dialogue companions get in Dragon Age games and DLCs. It was the same here. Yeah.
A wicked thought.
Okay, Marajai.
Slow and painful is the way.
Time to shine.
It is handled. With grace and...
Damn, okay, that's... I did not expect this, but I guess that works. Also, he did take a heavy hit.
Don't
Oof.
distract me. It is hand.
Ah, he parried! How dare he to parry.
One of us would be enough. Let's test our skills, Galato.
I don't know if it actually hurt anyone, but okay.
The order is clear. Hold the formation. It won't take long. Understood.
Okay, the knights are just standing and not doing anything. Okay.
Quick, quick!
Oh, I see. They explode basically. Got it. And I guess this is what this shining effect means.
I will do my duty. It will be done. I took care of this one. Victory is imminent.
If I must. I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If it serves your cause. Fall, creatures! No weakness is hidden from my sight. If I must. I understand your
Yeah,
intent.
marking this one is not a good idea. They all like explode, but whatever.
Emperor protect me!
I won't object to it.
This way!
You will pay an even greater price.
Oh, that was very good.
I can handle this.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Emperor, protect me!
Look out. Don't touch me.
I'll do what it takes.
For now.
Let's see. What if? What? No. A genius at work.
Oh, 69 damage. I mean, nice number, but a bit low.
Let's see.
Look at this. Look at this. Useless knights.
Wicked.
Oh, that was not a good use of high momentum. I did not realize that's what I would do. Ugh.
Let's see.
Perfect killing strike. Watch. Behold.
Yeah, I guess someone just can stand whatever.
Weapon at the ready.
It will be done. I will do my duty. It will be done.
If it serves your cause.
Oh, that was a good hit. Very nice.
This tedium is beneath. Deal death with
God,
my
Imperialis
hands.
is just... Oh, very good, very good. What kind of words I gave him?
Your Celestial Highness. Apologies for my late arrival. I wasted a great deal of time in idle squabbles with that oaf of a treasuress he was looking for the shipment chronicle. I only heard about the attack after it had already begun, and the elevator might as well not have been moving at all. It was, so slow. The treasurer, the elevator. Who are you going to blame next, Governor? You are the ruler of this world or casual onlooker?
Excuse me.
You will take measures immediately and restore order. I will conclude that you are sabotaging the rogue trader's visit, either by intent or simply due to your own ineptness.
The governor babbles in fear.
I never saw it.
He takes a deep breath.
The culprits. Of course. The culprits will face execution post haste, my celestial lord.
Survey the square. An oppressive silence hangs over the previously bustling plaza. The people are taking in the carnage, clearly avoiding looking at you but still catching your every word. You notice Maeve standing nearby, gazing around her with a horror in her eyes.
I'm fired up, responsible, and bring it to me!
The condemned mutants broke loose and attacked the townswalk. It has been a long time since anything like that happened, Your Celestial Highness. They must have sniffed out that today's a special day.
The executioner's lip curls, split by a blow during the fight.
The commander was responsible for guarding them. They got careless.
Commander Lucre. His armor rattling when the knight steps forward.
I am Lucre, commander of the fortress. I can attest that the ungodly mutants were restrained properly. It's the Pesfamphorius. The smoke whipped the brutes into a frenzy.
So, it is either the commander or the executioner, is it? Then I shall now make my decision.
My Celestial Lord, I swear on my life that my knights and I did everything we could to keep you safe. You could have foreseen that the Phasmophorius, after gorging itself on miscreants, would start driving the mutants mad with its smoke. Lies! The Phasmophorius does not taught heretics. It filled them with terror. To shift the blame for your own failure into a sacred weapon of justice is a heinous crime in it itself.
Perhaps your Celestial Lord would be willing to show mercy if the guilty worms beg it for it at his feet.
The duo looks at the commander Glim and falls to his knees.
I swear everything that is holy, and the blood of martyrs in his name. It was never in my thoughts to cause you grief. Your Celestial Highness, have mercy.
The commander quickly kneels in turn.
Truly, our shame will not be washed away until the end of time. We beg for our Celestial Lord's forgiveness, so that we might serve our lifelong righteous penance. You are our savior today, your Celestial Highness. And in gratitude, please accept this personalized sword from my treasury. Fatebringer once decided the outcome of one of our feuds. It killed a rebel leader, and peace has reigned on the planet ever since.
This is no Dari sword. Okay, buddy. All right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you, Riordo.
The governor bows at your feet. Look at Maeve. After putting herself in order, Maeve catches your eye and looks away shyly. Her lips bear a poorly concealed smile of relief.
It appears your celebration is over, Governor.
Not in the least. I will not let some beast ruin everything we have worked so hard to prepare. I suggest we distance ourselves from this place and return to our corner of revelry and peace. By your leave, I will be waiting for you at the head table. Oh God, Emperor, give me strength.
Swallowing noisily, the governor hurriedly departs the scene of slaughter. Interesting, very interesting.
It amazes me that that idiot just underpaid the tithes and did not somehow lose the whole planet as well.
Solomon pauses, pensively watching the gardener leave.
Fine, a feast it is. I'm sick of the stench of the burned meat. Let's try a change of scenery.
Her face pale, May raises her hand.
My celestial lord, it is only a few steps away. The noble lords are already lifting their glasses in their savior's honor, awaiting your arrival. Shall we proceed?
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Okay, actually, I think I'll take a short break here. Yes, I will return just in a moment. Alright, I'm back. The Gardener's hand reaches for the amasak, but flinches under your gaze and abruptly changes trajectory toward the appetizers.
Today is a very nervous day, Your Celestial Highness. And when I feel nervous, I eat and drink and eat again. That is just the way I am. But, Emperor have mercy. The food today is to die for. Would you like to have some? I recommend you try the fried alcident, whose horns were still goring my hunters just the other day. And here we have some five-tailed Imperialis in stewed black eye sauce. These fellows need to be eaten quickly before the scurry of the plate. As for the side dishes, you simply must have a taste of these crispy, blabbery shell seasoned with blue glut. The spice scorches your tongue, but follow it with some amazon and it will feel like the waters of life itself.
The Shrimperiuses. The Gardener claps his hands and the orchestra of Cerritos strikes up a melodious but overly shrill tune. He declares with a saccharine smile.
Music improves digestion, and between courses it is nice to refresh oneself with a dance with a gallant partner.
He casts an intent look at Solomon beside you. Oh my god, I have only 55% agility. I might not be able to vanquish the five-tailed Shrimperius. Agility test succeeded. Deftly wielding a set of forks and knives, you cut off the Shrimperius' escape route. At last, all five of its tails are pinned to the table with the golden prongs. And the six forks deliver the final blow, allowing you to send the exit meal into your mouth. I've gained the Nibble Hands effect. What? You get a buff for this? You have bested Imperius in Battle of Agility? Your reflexes are unparalleled. Increases the character's agility and perception in the next combat. Damn. I don't know, that doesn't sound great, honestly. It's... if it's Shrimperius, as if, like, just a shrimp, right? That is alive. You wouldn't just want to put it in your mouth like that. Yeah.
Only 3 people have managed to conquer the Imperius tonight. And all of them are inferior to you in the sophistication and speed of their forecraft.
The Governor hurriedly toasts you, spilling his drink in the process. Attack the giant Alcidon ham. Athletics test succeeded. You sink your teeth into the greasy morsel and deftly nibble it to the bone in front of the entire court, which watches you with morbid fascination. Carnivore to the core. Increase the character's strength and toughness, which is kinda useless for me, but sure.
Magnificent! Not even the rock serpented the recently 8-hour cobra could match you. Unlike your Celestial Highness, it spent 5 entire suns chewing through him.
The Governor toasts you excitedly. Okay, and then defeat the blabbered shell seasoned with blue glut. Damn, I'm on fire. You pop a fried blabbered shell into your mouth. First one and then another and then another. The blue glut stings your tongue and throat, but Tavan Balances is made of sterner stuff than all these milksops. Eventually you crush the last blabbered between your jaws before wiping a napkin over your chin and tossing it victoriously onto the table.
Incredible. But how? How did you accomplish it? My fellow revelers, let us raise our caps to the unbreakable strength of the God Emperor's emissary.
The entire Caesarian nobility leave their golden goblets in your honor. I like how they just describe this, but that's just me standing in front of a table and there's like only governors sitting beside it.
Hey, Solomon, will you dance with me?
Oh, I got achievement for successful eating all the 3 dishes. Alright.
It would be my honor.
Solomon's face is an impenetrable glower. He takes your hand, his palm firm and covered. Firm? And covered with calluses from his weapon grip. This is such a funny scene. Solomon is clearly trying to move to the beat of the music, but meeting with little success. His stiff movements make him look like a broken servitor. His hold on you is delicate, as if you were fragile ways. There is no thrill of passion in his touch. He avoids meeting your eye, instead looking off to the side, monitoring the assembled guests. During the next step, he treads heavily and very painfully on your foot. Take the lead.
Be bored. Don't think about anything.
You manage to sweep Solomon along on your sudden charge. His movements becoming more graceful, your eyes meeting his, until a new jolt of pain stabs through your other foot.
Is something wrong?
I feel like these people have scopes instead of eyes. And you and I are a fair target.
Okay, best stop there while I still have one working foot.
Scowling even more, Solomon sullenly mutters.
I apologize.
Okay, that was very short. The music fades and Solomon lays his hand on his weapon with obvious relief, his movements immediately regaining their predatory fluidity.
Now that we have had some refreshments, let us talk.
Verily, your celestial highness.
He reaches his ring-studded hand for the goblet, but stops at the sound of May's voice.
My lord, remember what the physician told you. Temperance is the best cure for your ailments. I fear to have disobeyed his wishes again today.
And now I am paying for it with a compromised sense of balance and a regrettable inability to admire the disguised imposters. And the hunt is already in full swing.
Solomon leans over to you.
Rogue traitor. Once you had your fill of the governor, let me ask him a few questions.
What is it? What is this hunt you mentioned?
Rhoda waves a hand at Maeve.
Be a darling and outguessed about our amusements. I'm a little exhausted.
Of course, my lord. The imposter hunt takes place every moonlife. Shortly before the event, servants are thoroughly cleansed of dirt and foulness, combed, dressed in expensive clothing and masks, and invited into the courtyard with the rest of the guests. The nobles hide their faces as well, and then they try to guess who the imposters are. Telling one from the other is quite a challenge sometimes. The governor suddenly picks up again.
And that is the best part. I highly recommend you try it, celestial sinus. It makes for a very interesting change of pace. And on this occasion, that privilege of branding, if you feel, falls entirely to you, our honored celestial guest.
Suppose I found all the imposters. Oh, sassy. What happens next?
May produces a shimmering slate featuring a string of fine inscriptions. This is a data brand, one of our off-world treasures. We handle it with the greatest care, and yet, all of the necessary jewels and miracles cannot compare to the resplendence of your glory, my celestial lord. When you find an impostor, you need only mark them with this wondrous brand. And at the end of the hunt, we hold a great feast. If you guess at least one of the impostors, you'll also win a fine prize. If you guess all 4, there will be an even more special reward. I remember at one of the hunts, a servant played the role of a baron so well that all the lords unanimously granted him favor and let him keep the title and privileges of the nobility. Such a thing rarely happens, but who knows what the evening will bring? But tonight, it is you who will determine the worthy, my celestial lord.
Did you just admit that there is a masquerading rabble among the Caesarian nobles? Illiterate, with no idea how to collect taxes or... What a throw that actually explains so much.
The proctor scoffs and glances at the enthusiastic guests.
Go ahead, Governor. Commence your charade. The sooner we start, the sooner we finish.
The governor lets out an audible gulp.
It shall be done, your capital, celestial highness.
And how does one find an imposter in the crowd?
By the way they talk, but a lack of restraint. The unfamiliar delicacies overwhelm them so much that they lose control. Imposters are often scared of the responsibility that has fallen on their weak shoulders, and they try to stay close to the real nobles and imitate their rarefied manners. During the hunt, it is most worthwhile to pay attention to separate groups where a conversation has already started. A frightened imposter will probably try to hide behind other people's backs. That's all I know, Celestial Lord. The situation can sound kind of sus. Yeah, very sussy. A line from Marajai. Oh my god. Marajai cocks his head to one side, looking at Maeve in bewilderment.
You really are a primitive species if your pretenders are so easy to expose.
You know what? I will participate in the hunt. Oh, yes. I will find all the sussies.
Marvelous. As soon as you're done with your search, I will be.
The governor attempts to rise from the table, but gravity proves to be his superior. Perhaps you should stay here, my lord. Maeve's gaze is full of genuine concern.
I feel you may be right, Maeve. I will be waiting here, surrounded by savory dishes and plentiful amasek. Have a fruitful hunt, your celestial highness. Maeve, bring me a cup of amasek, and make sure it's filled to the brim.
Comes an unexpected order from Solomon, alright.
It will be done, my lord judicator.
Solomon waits until Maeve is some distance away, then turns to you.
I wanted to talk to you without the observer they have attached to his overhearing.
He casts a sweeping glance around the courtyard and lowers his voice.
Do you get the sense that what is happening raises questions that lack coherent answers.
I am uneasy as well. An account of certain unusual circumstances.
Which ones in particular?
Yes, the very first one.
So the governor barely manages to stay in his saddle, which is odd for a local nobleman.
Yep.
Not too odd, considering Raldo's ravenous fondness for food and amasek, but an astute observation nonetheless.
Okay, Solomon. Okay, sure, whatever.
Well, remember the last mutant from the public execution? Something was off about him, and it wasn't just a physical deformity.
Yes, the mutation is a corruption that seldom leaves a person with a sound mind. But what the madman spouted on the scaffold, and what he had done to himself, was beyond the pale.
The fact that it was a mutant attack during a public execution, there is no clear or evident cause.
The attack is unlikely to have been planned. It looks too messy, shall we say. On the other hand, perhaps that's the best this backwater planet can do when it comes to plotting and scheming.
Also the local beliefs. What is this tripe about altering your destiny?
The God Emperor alone knows how many different cults of him there are. No two planets worship him in quite the same way.
Also, destiny. That's quite Zinchian, right?
But only a heretic could wax poetic about altering a fate that was ordained by the Emperor once and for all.
Ding, ding, ding.
I also do not like the way the governor is using every means possible to stall our inquiry into the ties.
Indeed. At first one could mistake it for sycophancy and an attempt to appease the celestial guests. But no longer it goes on. Oh, the longer it goes on, the more apparent the criminal intent behind the stalling of the inevitable becomes.
So, what is your conclusion?
Altering your fate, change your ways. Yep. I love this one. There's something in Cicera's atmosphere that alters the human brain. Sooner or later, anyone who lives here becomes a clumsy idiot.
I would wager that this is a cult. The predicaments I get into usually involve a cult of some description.
Heretical cults are not the only threat by far, but there is enough heresy in Cicera either way. My hypothesis is that this is not about the ties. This is merely a pretext to keep us here long enough. But what for? We should play along for now. Let them think we've taken the bait, while we wait for an opportunity to seize control of the situation. For that, we need to agree on signal to launch a coordinated attack.
When I say lovely weather, we attack.
Understood.
Maeve returns, taking quick, careful steps along the paved road, a brimming goblet in her hands. Your amasec, my lord. I haven't spilled a drop. Without a word, the arbitrator hurls a drink on the pavement. The splash of amasec is like a scarlet wound upon the stone that has been polished by a thousand salt. Oh my god, Solomon. Wow. Alright, buddy. Okay, yeah, well, I guess we don't want to talk to him yet.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Fix the lifter.
Oh, applaud my brilliance.
You assembled all the evidence to expose a conspiracy? What? I just got an achievement that said that. Okay. The young noble woman's hair is disheveled, her body is stained with grime, and her mask pushed clumsily on top of her head. Holding her skirt high, she is trying her hardest to fight her way through the guards blocking the door. Just let me go, please, for the throne's sake! She exclaims when the guards yet again push her aside. The woman notices you and attempts something resembling a curtsy, but stumbles and falls to her knees. I'm done! I just can't take it anymore! You're a Celestial Lord, aren't you?
I am, but you do not look much like a noble lady.
I don't... Oh god, how do I even pronounce her name? Editka? Or Editka? I am Editka, your graciousness. I am not a noble, not one bit. I just do the laundry and bleach the linens. I never mixed in high society in my life. Forgive a fool, your graciousness.
Why are you telling me this? According to the rules, you are meant to pose as a noble, then you get a reward.
But I don't want no reward, my lord. I want to get back home. The woman hangs her head and clutches the lace frills on her dress, her breathing stuttered as she is raked with silent sobs.
And why? Are you trying to escape?
I have to get away before they start putting those brands on us. For the tricksters. I'm no kind of trickster, can you see? I couldn't fool the Grox.
Well, why are you participating in the masquerade in the first place?
It's not likely they asked me nicely, your graciousness. They grabbed me, showed me in this dress, and threw me in here. Nobody here was asked. But I don't want to be anybody's toy. I have 3 boys and a girl. We starch our lords and ladies' undergarments, and we work our fingers to the bone just to get enough scraps for the day. She shows you her calloused hands, mottled red from chemical burns.
What should I do with you?
Gripping the frills of her fabulous dress and her coarse, white knuckle hands, the woman looks up at you. Please, your graciousness. By the god emperor, just let me leave. Nobody who gets put in one of these get-ups ever come back. If I stay, I won't see my home again. I just know it. I haven't done anything wrong.
No one ever comes back. What is that supposed to mean?
Just that, your graciousness. It doesn't matter if you get branded or not. Once the hunt is over, you are gone. This place is like a grog spit. There's no way back. But I want to leave. I want to be useful. Please, let me go home. Yeah, I don't think Tab really cares about that, so...
Well, you really don't look like an imposter at all. The guards, let her go.
Lacking the courage to object to your demand, the guards reluctantly step aside. As the woman turns to look back at you, you see wet trails on her guileless face. Thank you, Celestial Lord. You sweetheart. I'll never forget your kindness. She bows low and vanishes into the darkness. She used the wait. Oh, it's Maeve. Oh god, okay. That was confusing for a moment. Armor of Iron Will. Yeah, I also forgot to save in quite some time. Hopefully it will not cost me.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
Okay, let's up to these. A few nobles have gathered around an older man in a fine jacket. His eyes dart back and forth between them.
I come from another dynasty. You can't.
Keeps trying to approach someone, but they all recoil from him as if he were a leper. A lady in a golden mask. The mob's instigator, a lady in golden mask, exclaims furiously, "Ah, listen to the songs of this chimney sweep! He thinks that the bass that they gave him makes him look like a nobleman." Upon noticing you, the crowd parts. In a peevish voice, the woman drawls, "We ask that our celestial lord brand this peasant." Among the crushed crowd, you single out a young woman in a half mask and a gorgeous dress who is watching intently from the side.
Explain to me what exactly is going on here.
The lady in the golden mask curtsies gracefully.
Your Celestial Highness, you have exposed one of the impostors. There he is, the one in the jacket, still clinging to his facade. You ought to brand him quickly.
Finely dressed woman. The woman who has been keeping her distance now steps close and whispers to you.
My Celestial Lord, I am begging you to listen to me. This man is a member of a noble family. He's being slandered.
Persuasion 87%. Address the young woman.
And why you're standing up for him?
Persuasion test succeeded. She whispers quietly.
I'm just a commoner in a fancy dress, my lord. This man is my master. I know I'm supposed to be playing the part of a rich girl, but I've served many lords, you see, and Sir Timus is the only one who treats his servants with gentleness. I want to protect him from these cruel people.
Okay, I am probably going to fail this one, but let's look closely at the men. Fuck, yes, persuasion text failed. The people around you are shouting, their masks blurring together, making it difficult to focus on any details. Address the man.
What can you say in your defense?
My celestial lord knows how ruthless court intrigues can be. My family only recently attained its lofty status, and many here are opposed.
He stutters, his teeth chattering in fear. Okay, let's turn to the crowd. The vulture's gazes shift to you in anticipation of your verdict.
I am ready to brand the imposter.
The nobles around you hold their breath as if they try to read the direction of your gaze. Alright. Let's hand the data brand to the servant.
I call on this young woman to make the decision in my stead.
The young woman freezes and squeaks out. I obey my lord's will. Her voice suddenly calms. I know this man well and can dispel all your doubts. You notice an old man breathes a sigh of relief when the data brand is put in her hands. This is Baron Timaeus Highfoot, a noble lord. I know this because I'm his servant. They just gave me this pretty dress. She gestures at her gown. I should be the one being branded. Before you can react, she awkwardly places a mark on her wrist and returns the data brand to you. The servant sniffles and smiles at her lord, who averts his gaze. The woman in the golden mask coughs and withdraws into the gaping crowd. Alright.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
A cupbearer? Dark maroon amasec is pouring out of the ridiculously gaudy fountain. An eager cupbearer hands you a goblet filled to the brim.
Have a taste, if you please, my celestial lord. This vintage has been maturing ever since we laid the cornerstone of our citadel. We tapped it to celebrate you.
Let's drink. Gaudy mentioned, yes.
I am ready to celebrate my glorious self.
A pleasant warmth spreads through your body. The liquor is surprisingly palatable. The servant fills another cup and exclaims,
Ah, may your spirit be stronger than any amasec.
Yeah, sure, let's drink a second cup. Fuck, Karust has failed. The world already begins to swim before your eyes, and the sight of the maroon liquid makes you a little nauseous. You probably should not drink any more of it. And I got inebriation effect. Reduces the character's weapon skill and the ballistic skill in the next combat. Okay, let's hand the cup to Maeve. The young woman's cheeks flush a bright red as she accepts the drink from you. Thank you, my lord. Here's to your prospering forever, and to Sarah, always serving you truly and faithfully. Maeve takes a sip and coughs, but upon noticing your gaze, she bravely downs the drink after all. Speaking of the drink. Okay, let's hand the cup to the Solomon.
Let us give our hosts their due and raise a toast to companionship, shall we? Let us lock our arms together and seal the solemn ritual with a kiss.
No. And not just because I'm on a mission. Solomon studies the fountain with a critical eye. This is nothing more than a carousel on a backward world. No matter how many court fools are singing our glories, there is neither honor nor pleasure in partaking of local liquor.
Ah, you're such a bore.
Glad to be of service.
Okay, let's offer the ring to our retinue. Okay, are we going to get the line for every companion? I hope so. Abelard accepts the cup as a great decorum, takes half of a gulp, and grunts thoughtfully.
Ah, an interesting bouquet. Not particularly refined, but quite potable, in my uninitiated opinion. Thank you, Lord Captain, but we need one of us to remain sober.
The interrogator gives you a mildly reproachful look. I love this. Maharaja wrinkles his nose in disgust.
Ah, I could smell the reek of that awful slart from orbit. Do not insult me with the suggestion that I might want to drink it.
Ah, Maharaja, come on.
I was planning to simply refuse, but I'm nonetheless glad that the truce has been spoken.
You let the Maharaja exchange knowing glances. Oh my god, cat to cat communication. The cat solidarity. I love this. I love that it's like this line is like basically dependent on both of them to be like present. I assume her reply would be different if she was alone. That was good. That was. I want more of this, to be honest. Okay, let's step away. Okay, where are the other nobles? I don't see anyone.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
No, I can't even interact with the servitors. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh! Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Glade. You can just put it... Okay. I guess I go down.
What lies beyond?
Old priest, young priest. Two men in clergy robes are bickering loudly. The older of the pair is eating with a great appetite, while the younger one watches him in disgust.
Your overindulgence is pure hypocrisy. A true servant of the faith would have abstained.
The old priest shoots his companion a glance over the plate.
Ah, a true servant of the faith must keep his strength up, so that he may offer the God Emperor not just words, but deeds as well.
The young man flushes when he notices your gaze.
Celestial Lord, how fortunate is your arrival. Only you can solve this conundrum and decide which of us is a true clergyman of noble birth, and which is the arrogant impostor.
Yeah, I'm going to fail this. Fuck, Elliot. Okay, let's look at the two priests. Yeah, perception test failed. Apart from the age, the two men before you look fairly similar. All servants of the ecclesiarchy are as one in their indomitable face.
I need to ask you a few questions first in order to identify the imposter.
The old priest gives you a reserved nod. Meanwhile, the younger one turns his entire body to face you like a student being evaluated.
What would you say is the role of knowledge in the Imperium?
There are no barriers to learning the word of the Emperor and to conquering all that he has given unto us. Have you read the manuscripts of our scribe, Gorgur's Felt? I hear he has left his craft behind now, but his research shines on with the light of true worship. Knowledge depraves the soul, as does reading letters that are not meant to be read.
The old priest furrows his brow at the young man's passionate words.
Okay, the young priest is the imposter, I think.
Yeah, that's... I have a strong feeling about this.
And what awaits the Emperor's servant after death?
Both priests ponder the question for a while. The older is the first to speak up.
Should they serve faithfully, the Emperor will preserve their soul in his halls.
The young priest gives you a broad and sincere smile.
It is customary on Caesarea to believe in sacred reincarnation. Thus, the warrior may serve the Emperor for all eternity.
Lore has succeeded. You have encountered many variations of the God Emperor's cult in your time, but never have you heard of reincarnation after death. A religious teaching such as this seems strange and exotic, even for a nondescript, half-forgotten planet like Caesarea.
Okay, and so by what name are the children born from the blood of the Emperor himself known?
The young priest,
The Messiahs of the Celestial Master, gods among men.
The young preacher's eyes are alight with awe.
The Emperor's angels. They descend upon the land to smite down his enemies.
You see respect in the old man's eyes and fear. Yeah, that's the young priest is the imposter.
I am ready to pass my verdict.
The priests look at it with a reserved curiosity and apprehension. Yeah, let's place the imposter's brand on the young priest. The smile vanishes from the young man's face. He gasps indignantly. Well, why? Well, yes, I did skip the electoral once or twice, it's true, but I'm still a proper noble. I swear it on my honor. Did I fail? What? Oh, wait. That wouldn't make sense. For the servant to be more knowledgeable. Oh no, maybe no. That's actually might be. I'm thinking backwards. Because they took the. Remember the sculptor, right? The sculptor was like basically what, a slave taken from some other planet? And so, oh god, maybe this is like the same thing with this servant. That he was also taken from a more traditional kind of, I don't know, hive world. So his understanding is just better of the Imperium. Oh my god, I fucked up, I think. God damn it. Yes? Oh, fuck. Yeah. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not going to reload. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that the servant would like see the Space Marines. While this nobleman who lived on this planet never saw Space Marines, so he has no... Yeah, oh, fuck, okay, alright. Mono, did you guess all the imposters? Frightened nobleman. In the wavering torchlight, you see a glint of steel. Another jacket-clad young man is pressing his blade against the other's ribs. A masked lie is discarded at the attacker's feet. Noticing you, the trembling victim cries out, Your Highness, save me!
Do not interfere, outsider. This man deserves to be punished, along with all of Sarah's rotten elite. They see people as just things to be worn. Let him look me in the eye and find out what it feels like to be cut to pieces.
You realize that the weapon pressed against the victim's body is none other than a pair of expertly sharpened tailor's scissors. Oh, you got an achievement for it. Solomon cast an indifferent glance at the pair.
Local folk and their strange amusements. They are not worth our time.
What is going on here? The victim sucks in a ragged breath. He's a tailor from the lower city. He's gone mad. He thinks I'm wearing a face of his brother. I'm my wallet. The attacker visibly loses his cool.
Admit it! You killed him and took his face so you could wear it instead of a costume. I haven't heard from my brother in Moonlife.
Examine the victim's face. The noble's lower features are stretched and distorted. The edges of his neck, forehead, and cheeks are fastened at the side with a fine gold thread. Awareness test succeeded. Peering into the nobleman's face, you realize that the stretched skin is his own. You see no scars or stitches. It appears this is merely his way of improving his looks and imitating people of higher standing. Okay. Yeah, let's intervene and free the victim. You capture the scissors and deftly plunge them into the attacker's knee. Sensing that his tormentor's grip weakening, the victim slips free and hides behind you. This madman's bribed the guards so they would ignore my cries. I'm sure they'll be singing a different tune when they find out the Celestial Lord had to intervene personally. This man has never undergone the local facial replacement procedure. He is wearing his own face.
Do not be deceived. Look closer. The scoundrel is simply hiding the stitches. He thinks he can trick an expert tailor, but it's a wasted effort.
Tell me about this Sarah's rotten elite.
They're parasites. They tear whatever they want into the pieces. They scum squeeze into a person's skin like it's a suit that's decided too small, splitting the seams into the process.
The vigilante stares at you without blinking, his eyes glassy.
Skin suits and splitting seams? Preposterous. Your brother was rewarded for his talents with the best assignment he could hope for. Maybe he just decided he wanted nothing to do with you anymore.
The nobleman's voice cracks. He's on the verge of tears.
Your Celestial Highness, if such were your will, you could send servants to the dressmaker this very moment and find this man's brother alive and well.
Tell me about this valet. The nobleman eyes his attacker fearfully.
It's very simple, Your Celestial Highness. His younger brother has a way with his clothes. I noticed him when I was looking for new servants, and I sent the boy to apprentice under a renowned dressmaker in the upper quarters. I thought I would make him my valet, you see? But then this fool decided that I took his brother, not because of his talent, but to use him for my rejuvenation. Why would I even need a new face? I haven't even worn out my own yet. Off as you, tailor, and ensure that I never set eyes on you again. But Your Highness.
You can wriggle, you can run, you can cower behind other specks, but there is no hiding from justice. It will pierce you right through like a needle. Just give it a time.
Wait. I got an achievement that says I found all the imposters. What the fuck? Huh? That sounds wrong. I didn't even brand the guy.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the achievement is bugged. We're saving absolutely here.
Down, Gara. Bad beast. Very bad. I apologize, Your Celestial Highness. How is your imposter hunt going?
I have concluded my search.
Ah, delightful. I will immediately summon the court for a final celebration of hypocrisy. And who knows? Perhaps today one of the imposters will be lucky enough to earn your favor.
Training to add a note of gravity to his words. The governor proclaims.
Ah, most radiant ladies and noble lords, I hereby declare the imposter hunt officially over.
The crowd responds with uproarious cheers.
The participants of our masquerade already stand before you. Did you guess correctly? Did you expose them all? Please don your oculus and have a good look.
Rhoda turns to you and whispers conspiratorially.
Not one noble was permitted to hunt the impostors this time, my lord. Still, knowing their penchant for such games, I do suspect they try to make their guesses anyway, quietly among themselves. All these impostors have been found out by none other than our celestial guest, Tal von Valancius. An unsurpassable show, Your Celestial Highness. Bravo, bravo! Maeve, present our gift.
You hear the fool's voice from somewhere among the crowd.
Ah, a noble torso, branded at the behest of the rogue trader himself. Ah, what a bitter irony! My standing ovation to you!
It's a Sertium mask. Oh, that's the mask that this guy is wearing. The wearer gains +1 psi rating and +15 persuasion. Interesting.
Ah, Your Celestial Highness. As an honored guest of Cicera, would you like to say a few words of guidance to our beautiful world?
Oh my god, look at these options! God, you can be very mean. And as usual, it is the hardest options to select. I think I will give the honor to Abelard.
Abelard?
Abelard, adjust his coat.
Here's a lordship, rogue trader Tal von Valancius. a ruler of the greatest protectorate in the Coronet Expanse, who wishes rapid growth and many centuries of prosperity upon your homeland. Remember your duty, and may you labor tirelessly for the glory of the mighty Imperium. That was a grand speech. Thank you.
Roldo sniffles loudly, dabbing his face with a handkerchief. Handkerchief. Whatever.
And now, good lords and ladies, the time has come to make the fateful decisions. There's an odd but one to reward the highest favor that any branded impostor desires. Please, your celestial highness, tell us, is among this people one worthy of the rogue trader's favor?
Yeah, sure, I'll give the female servant. I will grant her my favor.
You are so very kind, my celestial lord. The woman smiles hesitantly and turns to the castle. With a shuddered breath that betrays her recent tears, she heads towards the stairs. Damn, that was some laughter. You hear venomous laughter from among the crowd and recognize Bluff's voice. At the squared rounds and the clamor and applause of gawkers who are spectating the game, you look around for the court full but cannot spot him anywhere.
Such is His Celestial Highness' brilliant decision, which for some may have been fateful indeed. And finally, the hour you have all been waiting for, the concluding part of our conclusion, the great feast.
The crowd's patience is worn thin. Filling his lungs, the governor shouts out,
Lasarexus, dinner is served.
The cyber Lasarex's lumens glow blood red. Before the condemned can even scream, the beast pounds on their prey with the hungry snarls.
I've been branded. He tricks me. Gotta stop. I'm the master. Maeve, help. Maeve, I'm sorry.
Damn, okay. Oh no, he killed my doggo! He killed the doggo that I freed, right? I think? Maybe? Not sure. Maybe, I don't know, probably. I hope not. Okay, if I'm going to move, I think it will probably hit me. The start of a turn deals shock damage to each target. Oh god. These weapons can pass enemies by 10. Oh, interesting. Well, this creature has more than 60% wounds. Its primary target is the rogue trader. Once its wounds drop below 60, the implant is no longer functional. Okay. Wait, where is Marja? Oh. Marja standing behind the table feels so just appropriate.
A genius at work. wicked thought.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of scary, but
If it serves your cause.
she barely took any damage.
I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. Fortune favors the swift.
Glato, we're undertaking this task. Accepted.
Damn, okay, that's kind of nice.
The order is clear.
Wait, why is it going after Hendrix? I thought it would go after the
Indeed.
after Tav.
At your beck and call. It will be done. I will do my duty.
Another scar for my collection.
I am not a vessel for pain. I am its master. Watch. Behold, before me, breaking! It is handled.
Naturally.
For the throne's glory.
Let's see. Even I won't do that. A wicked thought. I won't sully myself with that.
I'm a member.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Lord Captain. Someone's death wish is mine to grant. I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Ah, almost defeated it. Okay.
Let's see.
This tedium has been...
Damn, okay.
I am not your xenocat monkey.
One of us would be enough. Understood.
Indeed. It will be done.
All right.
What happened was no accident. And if my suspicions are correct,
The arbitrator looks at his palm thoughtfully, then holds it out to his cybermastiff.
Galato, analyze.
Glato? Okay. That took a little bit longer than expected. The dog's wither shimmers as it scans his skin with a mesh of rays. Finally, there is a metallic click and the descending hum of a cooling servo motors. The Proctor's automatics respond with a soft buzz. Analysis complete. Data transferred.
That data brand. The court fool put it on me when he shook my hand. Then the lesser Ixers attacked everyone who had been marked. However, the beasts were not all eager to tear you apart, rogue trader. It appears you wanted a life, but without my protection.
Oh God, Emperor! Maeve presses her hands to her chest in the sign of the Aquila. Her lips whisper a prayer. Forgive and protect his soul! Forgive and protect! Lying nearby is the lifeless body of Laserax number 4, which she released from its cage. Its fur is clumped and sticky with blood, its vicious eyes glazed over. Giving its own life to protect another was a stunningly human act for a beast.
Rolder mentioned him being branded before he died. Can you scan him too, Solomon?
At his master's command, Glato directs his scan rays at the dead man's severed hand. She has somehow avoided being reduced to shreds along with the rest of the body. The cybermastiff's automatics made a warning signal.
Rolder was branded too. He couldn't have known. Or else he would not have doomed himself like that. I assume this is likewise the work of that buffoon. The only question is whether he was acting of his own accord or at the behest of someone more important.
Rolder called your name before he died.
I have no idea what is going on. I'm so confused. Maeve stares at Roldo's mauled corpse with unblinking eyes. Is this just a horrible nightmare? Could it be, just dreaming? For a second there, I thought... No, I'm sorry, it's impossible.
You saw what?
I thought it was my brother calling my name, not Lord Roldo. But Dane wasn't there. I mean, I just imagined it in my fright. Awareness test succeeded. You think back to all the last moments. It is hard to tell for certain, but it really did seem as though his voice had changed. That it sounded younger and less strained, as if he had cast off a mask.
So, who is to be considered the governor now?
If only I knew, my celestial lord. If only I knew. Maeve's glistening eyes are full of shock.
Who saw you praying for Maeve?
My brothers, my lord. I had a feeling he wasn't acting himself lately. If I'd known he had fallen in with the scoundrels, I would have found them and strangled them with my own hands.
Ah, so the court fool is your brother.
Yes, my lord. Maeve lowers her eyes. We are lower in ability, and it is a high honor to be the governor's own court entertainer. Interesting, very interesting.
What reason could your brother have to want to get an arbitrator's blood in his hands?
It is a mystery to me too, my celestial lord. I think about it, and I can't even imagine why. But lately, it's like he's not himself. He keeps muttering these awful rhymes about blood and fate. And it's like he's waiting for something. But I just can't understand what.
And how do I know I can trust you, Maeve?
I swear by the Emperor himself. I am unblemished before you in spirit and thought.
That is what any corner heretic would swear to try to save their life.
But I really had nothing to do with any of that, my lord. All I was told to do was entertain our celestial guests and chaperone them to the castle for talks. And instead there's just gore and death everywhere.
Take us to the castle.
I hear and obey, my celestial lord. But please. Maeve breaks off as Solomon walks by, brushing past her with his shoulder before examining the elevator with a fault-finding eye. Not daring to speak again, the young woman makes a gesture of invitation and steps onto the platform herself. No sooner have you stepped into the elevator than a short metallic clank comes from somewhere above you. Oh, it's going to be me and Solomon. I see. Also, that was kind of stupid. Interesting.
I hope you enjoyed my bloodthirsty menagerie.
You instantly recognize the spiteful voice and the cocky smirk of the fool's mask. The arm that was mauled by the cybermastiff at their first meeting hangs limply. He has not even bothered to bandage it.
Still acting the buffoon. Some people never learn.
Solomon gestures behind his back to the cybermastiff, sending him off on a circuit along the wall. I really like this texture. I have no idea what I'm looking at. But it looks kind of Zinchian. A pulsing light draws your attention. Against the far wall, an old man stands behind the ominous-looking altar. The heavily augmented man stares in wonder at the flashes of blue light snaking through the veins of Caesertium in the floor and the walls. The crystals in his eye sockets gleam and go dark in time with the flashes. At once, you recognize him as a sculptor who offered to carve your visage out of Caesertium. The old man does not seem to notice you. All his attention is focused on the strange altar. Oh, that's the executor. Tadua, the executioner, stands behind the fool and gives you a crooked smile. Nearby, Lucra, the fortress commander, keeps a sullen vigil. His hand never leaves the handle of his weapon. And I fucking gave them mercy, god damn it.
The governor is dead. What are you doing?
Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't swallow a man whole even if I wanted to.
Bluff throws up his arms in an exaggerated fashion.
The Lacerex fool. You unleashed it on the governor to try to deny it. It seems humor is not part of the vocabulary of the Emperor's servants. But who should be? You see, the governor was a fraud, a fake, not worth crying over. The true governor of Sucera stands before you, esteemed guests.
Dane, come on, don't say things like that. It's not right, it's...
Shut up, you idiot! You can't even do as you're told!
The fool tosses a look of utter contempt at Maeve.
What was it that May should have done, Bluff?
Bring you here, to the altar of change, and not ask questions. So simple, but she couldn't even manage it.
Altar of change, okay.
And I, according to your plan, was supposed to die.
Solomon raises the palm of his hand that holds the invisible mark of the data brand.
Exactly. I don't need you. But don't worry, I planned for this as well. Time risk. Are you ready?
Bluff smirks, clearly enjoying his imaginary power. Or is it real? Solomon turns slightly away from the fool and makes a series of furtive hand signals, telling you to stall while the cybermastiff gets into position. Oh, look at this! Look at this portal!
The preparations are complete, my lord.
Barely able to take his eyes off the dark altar, the sculptor hobbles toward the edge of the balcony.
Sucera is not your homeworld, is that right?
I see you've already found me out, eh? That's right. I was born and raised on edicts. The greatest world in all of the Imperium. I will never forget that makes of Blastel and Ferocrit, the glitter of proud spies, and the eternal humiliation of my appointment. Why were you sent to Sucera? To serve the Imperium faithfully and honestly. Why else? Our all-knowing administratum benefits if the feudal throne is occupied by someone with an intelligence level higher than a Grox. A golden show for all my diligent service on edicts. I packed my bags on him and came here to govern this backwater. Ah, what a joke.
If you're the real governor, why bother masquerading as the fool?
I have always preferred masks to those mugs.
Bluff gestures vaguely at the crowd thronging the square below.
Besides, who would take the poor wretched fool seriously? Who would suspect? I found a replacement. Rhoda wanted to play at power, and I graciously let him. Pity he didn't rule for long.
I, on the other hand, had a costume change and took a seat among the spectators. I sharpened my wit. I even began to enjoy it. And all of it for this one day, is this exact moment.
The elation in his voice sounds almost maniacal. The arbitrator gives you a subtle note. The cybermassive is close enough for a decisive lunge.
I suppose the irregularities with the tides were a part of your plan too? Oh, yes. One small part of the grand design. To be precise, the first bait you had to take, which you did with commendable zeal. The concept was simple. Disrupt the shipment and provoke a response. An ingenious trap that the Arbites walked right into. But fate granted me a special boon. You were caught in my net along with them, Tav.
You didn't trap anyone. You shot yourself in the foot. Only an idiot would think they could outmatch a rogue trader and a proctor together.
What is the altar of change?
The fool gestures toward the object in front of the sculptor.
A great artifact, which Tav is carved from this planet's unique gift, Sagittarium or Sacertium. Take a good look at it while you still can.
It is interesting how it's more gold than, blue or like purple color. Kind of looks tame, actually. I wonder if it's like based on the actual miniature, like terrain. The eye is not even blinking. Yeah, the eye is nice.
If you grovel before me, I will be merciful and let Solomon finish you off quickly.
The fool chuckles nastily.
You have overlooked one small detail.
What detail? Talk, you bastard!
Solomon raises his voice and takes a step toward Bluff, clearly trying to draw attention to himself and buy later some time. Bluff ignores the arbitrator, his gaze fixed on you, more specifically on the necklace on your chest.
Ah, lovely piece, isn't it?
You see Solomon's hand signal out of the corner of your eye. Plato leaps but does not reach the fool. The Psyker moves at the same time. A flash of light and everything goes dark. Welp. You're surrounded by the smell of old rust. The darkness reluctantly retreats, the pain comes first, throbbing in your head. Then the metallic taste in your mouth. And finally the feel of the hard floor, shafting your stinging cheek. Look around. You see Bluffs through the bars of the cage. The mocking smile on his sinister mask seems to grow even broader. Or is it a trick of the light? Maeve, as white as a sheet, the dark abrasion on her face, weeps quietly as she stands stock still beside the fool. There are markings on the floor at your feet, a crooked circle bordered by unholy symbols. Bluff is standing in the center of an identical circle. You hear a quiet, measured scraping sound and then an old man's muttering coming from the depths of the hole. The few words you manage to catch sound nothing like Gothic. But no, I'm not being evil! The evil is being enacted upon me, zombie.
Rogue trader, can you hear me?
You turn to the void. Solomon is trapped in one of the side cells. Apart from a bleeding bruise on his forehead, he appears unharmed.
Okay, Maeve's necklace is more than just a pretty bauble, I take it? Ah, much more. You see, with the right knowledge, the right tools, and some complex rituals, people can transform a simple, dirty blue pepper from the depths of Sacera into something truly special. However, it is a bit late for you to do anything with that information. Solomon, are you alright?
I am fine.
He looks away for a moment and then back at you. Under Bluff's unwavering gaze, he cannot communicate any more clearly. Awareness test failed. The piercing pain in your head makes it hard to parse Solomon's cryptic signals. God damn it.
Let's make a deal. Let me out and you can ask for anything except my death. Enough chit-chat. Tabrisk, begin.
The old man with the Sacertium eyes, wheezing raspily, spews a torrent of unholy words from his toothless mouth, and the markings beneath your cage seem to breeze in, glowing with crimson light. Maeve's gaze leaps from you to Bluff in alarm. Terror-reddened eyes widen as she realizes what's happening. Dane, stop! Her slide from crashes into the fool, pushing him out of the center of the circle. The world explodes into shards, suffused with a blinding light that burns out your eye sockets, incinerates the air in your lungs, and makes your heart judder in your chest. And finally, darkness descends, impenetrable and absolute, encompassing everything. It cradles you, dissolving everything that was once you, everything that once was. You are bobbing like a boat tossed upon the waves. Colors and sounds meld into cacophony, stirring up nausea in this exhausted body. You blink, and the patches of color fall into place. Or do they? Across from you in the cage you see a frightened, disoriented face, an expression you have never seen in a mirror. At your feet lies a gaudy mask that has fallen from the fool's face, covering his wrinkled visage. From both hands, the ugly and enraged governor of Sacera rises hastily on trembling legs. Staring daggers at you, roll the shrieks.
Caesar! Caesar!
Oh, we can actually get a glimpse of his face now. Yeah, he just looks like a ghoul from Fallout. Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. The guard takes a heavy step in your direction. The look on his face promises nothing pleasant. Does not stay, yeah. Scramble back. Okay, so they basically exchanged, like, my soul with Maeve. We did a body swap, or soul swap.
Galator, attack!
Your head swims, and through the haze you recognize the figure of a guard coming closer and closer with no sign of stopping. Your gaze sweeps over the room, searching for a way out, for a solution, until, somewhere at the periphery of your vision, you notice a streak of scarlet. It is the Cybermaster's visors lighting up, giving you a chance to run. Wow, that is interesting. So I'm going to play as Maeve now. Oh, that is very interesting. Your mind is a loose shard. Adrift in a purple cloud, it does not remember ever seeing, hearing, or feeling anything. Were you ever truly alive? Why did you always surrender to the flow like this? Not bound by the fetters of corporeality. Your memories of the last several minutes are incoherent and painful. The flash of sorcery, the leap into the unknown. Solomon shouting something. You gave Glater an order, but what order was it? Any attempt you make to process what happened only pulls you deeper into unconsciousness. You are wrenched suddenly out of oblivion by a blunt, merciless bite. You try to breathe and hear your own ragged wheeze. Sight gradually turns to you and an angry horse head emerges from the mist. You're back, you're alive. Focus your gaze. Slowly, your eyes begin to put together a sordid image. Everything around you is brown and disgusting. Hay, wood, blood, dirt. Horse. The trapdoor you jumped down has led you to a stable. A stable is a place for peasants, not sovereigns. But somehow your body remembers a sense of poverty. Your consciousness expands heavily, like sick lungs. You remember a large basket, bundles of food clutched in your hands, and the grateful smiles of the hungry. Shout. Your shout is as thin as the death cry of an unbearably shrill. Still, it is strong enough to make the creature stop trying to bite you and back off. Memories that are not your own tear into your mind, replacing your thoughts. It occurs to you that someone else used to scale the monsters away. The big brother, so funny and always smiling. With some effort you manage to force his gentle face out of your head. Rise to your feet. You sway as if from sickness, all your limbs feeling impossibly fragile. Scrawny legs, frail arms, these do not belong to you. This is the costume and it is not yours. It does not fit your status. Holmes. It is the wrong size, and it still carries greasy traces of its former owner inside. You're overcome with the urge to tear off your flesh and throw it away like a worn glow. Willpower test succeeded. You dig unfamiliar nails deep into the thin skin, trying to scrape someone else's face off yourself. The pain in your cheeks has a sobering effect. You see blood on your fingers. This may not be your body, but it can still prove useful to you. To complete the picture, you have no choice but to look into a nearby water trough at your reflection. You see familiar features. Some unnatural force has dragged you out of your body and into that of Maeve, Rhoda's lady-in-waiting. Now that you have spent some time in the stable, you feel a little more accustomed to new limbs. But where is your own mortal shell? Damn. Okay, that's a cool twist. Okay, yeah, that kind of reminds me of the third act in the main game, but kind of on like a sort of micro scale, you know? All right. I will, however, stop here for today. It's been 3 hours and I need to do work. As usual, yeah. So, yep. Thank you everyone who stopped by. GG. And I will see you. Yes, I do have to work with this. But I will see you. I don't know if I'll see you on Saturday. I might need to work on Saturday too. Procrastinator. Yeah. So I don't know about Saturday. Possible maybe Sunday if Saturday does not work out. But anyway, I will see you soon. Probably with more Rogue Trader, I think. Yeah. All right. Have a good rest of the day, everyone. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.